the ocean and the people enjoying it. You'll be in it. I got some. Would y'all want some stickers? Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
What's the channel about?
I cover a wide variety of topics. Reality and truth are the main things. I'm Robert Ford.
Josh.
Nice to meet you. Where are y'all from?
We're from Chapel Hill.
Excellent.
So we're just coming back from college weekend, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So feel free to reach out and tell your friends anytime if they want to reach out. Feel free to. The truth about the world we live in is largely different than we're being told. We didn't evolve from monkeys, land on the moon, and we don't live on a spinning water ball. It's mostly level. We've got elevation above and below sea level where we're at now, but this whole space travel, the space NASA's most concerned with is between your ears and the ears of humanity to deceive. They're NASA's a deceptive organization. I'm exposing the reality of the world we live in, including artificial intelligence breakdowns on movie like The Matrix, John Wick, a lot of stuff you might find interesting, John. Yeah, cool.
All right. Well,
any question? Any more?
No, just I'll definitely check out.
Yeah, feel free to explore the content. I have a lot of. I'm active in a lot of social media platforms. That's why my hashtag, my name there. So you might find it interesting, Josh. Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Hey, likewise. Thank you. So I've got a recording going right now. If y'all wanted to be either on it, you could come this way. Like if you wanted to ask any questions or any comments you would want to lay on me.
So what is this for?
So I'm recording the beauty of creation and the people that enjoy it. Come on out here to enjoy it. And this is like a lot of reality. What we see face right out in the real world is digital, that is different than the cybernetic collective of our digital smartphones. My brand new freaking 512 space gray iPhone 11 Max. Yeah, because of what I do, I'm at about 40 million views. You know Logan Paul? We interviewed each other. I said to him, what will you do when the truth is right in front of you? And I don't just mean my shirt, I mean the reality of the world we live in. So he makes $1 million a month, moves a lot of merch, gets to have a lot of fun. Is what he's doing something I would do? not for all the money in the world. Okay? PewDiePie, do you know who he is?
Yeah.
I'm on his channel too. He spent about a third of his flat earth video making fun of me and the reality of the world we live in. So you had a question.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I put you on?
On camera?
How about if I just pan the group so they know who I'm talking to? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Where are you all from?
North Carolina.
Chapel Hill?
Chapel Hill.
College? Which one?
UNC.
Nice, nice. Well, good to see y'all. Just so you know, you're all like silhouettes mostly. But it was awesome seeing you out there in the sunbeam, out in the surf. See, one of the big deals is that water seeks level, covers the face of the earth, and doesn't stick to a beach ball or a spinning water sphere hurling through space. That might be a little bit of a shock to you to hear that, but we didn't go to the moon and we don't live on a globe and we still got monkeys. We didn't evolve from monkeys. So you had a question. Do you still have it, or anybody?
I still have a question.
Okay.
So, you believe all of these truths about the world and life. Do you have any truths that you believe about, like what happens after death?
Oh, absolutely. So I thought I was born again in 1982 until I actually was in 2014. When I was actually born again, the creator of this world, I know him as Jesus Christ, some know him as Yeshua, Yahweh, the living word, the living water, the way, the truth, the life, all of that. Well, when I was born again, he changed me. So I get to go to heaven and I'm handing out invitations for eternity. You all are one of the big reasons why I'm here. I've handed out thousands of stickers to college and high school students and anybody else who's interested. And even those that don't come up and talk to me, they can see my shirt, go to my channel, scroll on by, take a look at what I'm talking about. We're in a spiritual battle. Did you know that? I thought so. I thought so. And it's for the hearts, souls, and minds of people for eternity. 7 people per second no longer have the human experience. About half of those are abortion. About 42 million a year worldwide people are aborted. They never had a chance to choose anything. Somebody chose for them. Whose right is it to choose legalized murder? Unfortunately, it's a reality of the world we live in. The other, like 58 million people die in a variety of ways. That's over 100 million per year. So I have a worldwide outreach that is kind of like localized in here, but there's more views of what I do than I am alive right now, time-wise. We all have a social media presence. You're all shadows, just so you know. Our cybernetic collective of our devices allows worldwide instantaneous portable communications. When we like a video, it goes to our liked video playlist. If you make your liked video playlist public, people will see what you want to tell them. So they can try and stomp me out and make what I'm sharing hard to find or make it sound ridiculous. I believe it's the truth. Now, the truth isn't based on popular opinion. It's not popular, and it ain't an opinion either. It's just the reality of the world that we live in. How will you know it when it's right in front of you? And you all may have that. I'm speaking to a potential audience of millions, and I've had millions of views. I don't know the real numbers of how many people actually see or hear what I'm talking about. I'll be speaking at a Skyfall conference in Alabama next weekend. And it's all about the truth, the reality of the world we live in, so people can make an informed choice. By the way, it's an illusion of choice anyway, because all of God's children will absolutely be born again. If I don't say the right thing supposedly to somebody, they're not going to be in hell because I dropped the ball. God knows what he's doing. The names of all of God's children were put in the Lamb's Book of Life before the foundation of the world. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
I do too. Sounds like you all are Bible believers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my favorite playlists is called YouTube Truth, and it's got an audio Bible merged with the beauty of creation. Hundreds of hours. Then I've got powerful documentaries exposing the reality of the world that we live in. Y'all are great listeners. Thanks for that. Do you have any, I've got about 6 minutes left in this recording. Do you have any questions you would like to ask me?
I just want to say, like, that's awesome about how you felt born again, but then you experienced it differently and in a new way, like later in life.
Like real, instead of make-believe. So I was a walking dead man. I'm gonna do a selfie now. I was a walking dead man and didn't know it. What a trip. So before I was born again, I was dead. And then when I was actually born again, the me that I was no longer gone. So I'm not the drug addict, alcoholic, suicide survivor, freak show mess that I was. I worked at a full-time Christian ministry for 11 years, and that didn't mean I was born again. I volunteered at a mega church, was asked to lead character development classes, Christ the Rock Community Church in Appleton, Wisconsin. The full-time ministry I worked at was Rawhide Boys Ranch in New London, Wisconsin. I worked there for 11 years, helping to redirect young men's lives into a traditional Christian family model. Help change a lot of lives. Bart Starr helped found that in 1965, the Green Bay Packer. So I've had a very interesting life, and it's not over yet. The wonderful thing about this is, even when it goes on forever, and there will be a digital footprint of me. There's that footprint. Let's do it right here. That'll get washed away by the sand. The footprint of my digital activity and yours is all being tracked, traced, database, sometimes hidden, sometimes shared. So it's powerful. If you have any questions on how to maximize your impact in this world, feel free to reach out anytime. My videos cover a lot of this, and so yeah, what a trip. My suicide attempt was in 2005. I survived a dozen years. That was while on pharmaceuticals to help me deal with reality. Well, it's a trap. Once I was actually born again, I didn't have a desire for pharmaceuticals, alcohol, or marijuana, or any of that. And I was a slave to the pursuit of pleasure. I tried pleasing others, it didn't work. I tried pleasing myself, that really didn't work. And when I directly sought to do what God created me to do with His help, He gave me a passion, purpose, an eternal perspective, and the power to do what I previously couldn't do, and the pleasure to enjoy it all, even in the midst of substantial opposition. If you want to see what I found out is telling the truth is truly a revolutionary thing to do in a society that's swimming in a sea of deception. People, by irony and paradox, the deceived don't know that they're deceived. Could be me on a subject. I don't know. If there's things that you think I should know about, feel free to check it out. If you scroll through my liked video playlist, there will be videos there that would make it very possibly hard for you to find if you were to just Google it yourself. When you type in a search and there's 1.5 million pages of content, do you get through all of them or a couple? That's my point. That's how that is. Artificial intelligence is a huge threat to humanity. Now, Satan is an opportunist. He'll use who and what he can. God uses it all, including Satan. Hey, good morning, man. So it's a bit of a trip. I've got other videos where I interact with students from all over. You can see some of those. One of the thoughts that I want to leave you with is God's word says to everybody forever in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. So I'm not going to be able to overcome something that God is causing somebody or helping them to believe the lie they want to believe. Ultimately, Satan is the most deceived, and his children. They won't be born again no matter how much I try and convince them that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. They're not going to want it. I can't save them. I don't save anybody. What I am is simply a messenger that shares the truth of the reality of the world we live in, the God who created. He's the artist of this, the creator of this world. There's a deceiver that's giving a false reality. Thanks so much for listening. I want to, in the 40 seconds left, I want to just put you all in the sunlight so everybody can see your smiling faces if you want to, or you can look away. Nice to meet y'all. Thank you so much for your respectful listening and questions. I'll be signing off for now. Did you want to say anything or ask anything on camera? This video will be up in a couple hours. Thank you so much.